Hi guys, we've started our road trip. So we've just got onto the Bruce Highway heading to Yamba today. It is terrible weather. We're going to stop probably about halfway at a bakery and we'll keep you guys updated.
So we got stop 1, Yamba, then we're there for 2 nights and we're going to Newcastle after that. We're going to Yamba because that's where Hayley's grandparents they live, so we're going to spend a couple nights with them. That'll be the last time we see them before we head overseas. Hayley is heading back to the Sunshine Coast for just to see her parents and to go see Beauty and the Beast. So whether or not the grandparents come up then to visit Hayley one last time is up to them. But after after Yamba, we're heading to Newcastle, and then we go to Goulburn. Not much to do in Goulburn. They're just there, sleep, go down the pub, have a pub feed, see the big ram. Is that what it is?
I think so.
Yeah. And then we go to Beechworth. Beechworth will be good because we've got we're going to the Bilson's distillery, brewery, whatever you want to call it. I think it's a distillery because it's a spirit. But if you know the Bilson's drinks, it's them. And then from there I'm dropping Hayley off in Melbourne so she can go see Taylor Swift, and I'm continuing to go to Adelaide to see a Bucks party for a wedding that I'm in the following week. And then yeah, a lot more is happening after that, but yeah, don't need to go into that much detail, but yeah. Afternoon guys, so alright, so we are here in Yamba. We're at the lighthouse, as you can see right there. Just picked that one up. And this morning we went and played golf. Well, I did with Hayley's granddad. So we got here yesterday about 3 o'clock, and yeah, so we didn't do too much yesterday. We went out for dinner.
The Thai was really good.
Yeah, it was really nice. What was the place called? Thai something. We'll put the link to it in the comments anyway, guys. It
was really good.
Yeah, so it was really nice.
A bit slow, but once we got the food,
was amazing. Coconut rice, Penang chicken, some other curries. Yeah, but this is what we're looking at today. So we're about to go over to the pub around the corner. So this is the headland. You can probably see all the surfers down there. There's Hayley taking a bit of a look. Apologies if you can't hear me too well, it is a little windy, but I mean, how beautiful is that, eh? So we're just here tonight, we take off to Newcastle tomorrow. But a really good view from the pub too. Alright, so this is the little inlet, and Hayley walked out here this morning with her gran all the way to the point over here, as you can see. It was very choppy this morning, wasn't it, Hayley?
Yeah, we watched a catamaran try to get through, and it was way more choppy than it is now.
Yeah. So over the other side here, that's Luca, and there used to be a pub over there. We used to go over there, like when we used to come visit Yamba, we used to go over to the pub just over here, and you can drive your car on the beach over there, which is always nice. Here's the lighthouse. The town is just over that hill back down the bottom, and this is a little park area. Here we are at the Pacific Hotel. I've got myself a Cooper's 3.5. Hayley's got herself the new hard rated, also known as hard solo, because obviously too similar in name. All the young kids getting turned on by that. Encouraging young kids to drink alcohol, so that's changed the name. But this is our view. How good's that? We've come down the Bowls Club for a drink. As you can see out here, got the green. Barefoot Bowls from 4 o'clock every Sunday.
Good morning everyone, we are on day three of our road trip. We've just left my grandparents' house in Yamba. We're just about to head to the destination for today is Newcastle, but we might call in at Coffs Harbour, potentially Port Macquarie, just depending on how we go for time and traffic. We've just got ourselves some coffees.
We've got to go through Coffs Harbour anyway, so to get to Newcastle, so we'll just stop off in the main the street there and just see what's going on. Apparently there's not too much there, but we'll just check it out anyway. But Newcastle will be good. I've never really been south of Yamba before, so yeah, this will be interesting. We didn't do too much vlogging over the weekend, just because most of the time we were with Hayley's grandparents, so we were just sort of spending time with them and not really worrying about filming too much.
Okay, so just a little update for everyone. We left Granddad and Granddad's at about 7:15. It's now 7:23 and we're having to turn around because someone, I won't name any names, left their shoes at the house, so we're just going to go back and do one last check of anything else we might have forgotten.
Alright, so we're here at Nambucca Heads and we just read this little sign that gave us a bit of an insight on the town, the Indigenous heritage. So we got the caravan park down here, looking out to Scott's Head, Scott's Mountain, 20 kilometres off of the highway to do this drive, so we thought that won't take long. Come look at the views. So this is the Nambucca River here. Over to the right. So there's a few people stand-up paddleboarding in this little creek area. That's pretty cool. So if you're doing this drive, we'd recommend Nambucca Heads just for this view. We went through the main town, which was also, you know, nice, just one main street. I think the boat ramp's down here, another little secluded beach. Alright, we're in Port Macquarie. We've got our fish and chips, Pepsi, and this is our view. So we'll be here for about another 20 minutes or so. Might go for a beer at the pub and then we'll keep driving. Just stopped off at the beach house for a drink, met a couple of the locals, and we've been watching this plane come in and land every now and then over here. I'm not sure if you can see it. Yeah. McDonald's. I think it's the only one in Australia. I remember seeing that on some Instagram reels or something, but that's pretty cool. Maybe we'll have to check that out if we come back out this way. Alright, so just made it to Newcastle. The drive was supposed to take 5.5 hours. We left at 7 o'clock this morning. We didn't get here until about 3:30 or so. So it took quite a while. We did do a few touristy drives on the way, as you would have seen, but I'll give you a tour of the room anyway. And this is basically the tour. I would describe this room as a prison cell crossed with a room at the hospital. There's not much to it. So this is the Ibis Budget Hotel in Newcastle. And this is the bathroom here, toilet and shower. And yeah, I'll conclude the room tour here. Because that's basically it. TV, mini fridge, window, sink. But I mean, look, it was $75 for the night. It was convenient. It's sort of near the highway, so it's not going to take us long to get back on the road. Yeah, so we're heading into Newcastle now. We'll probably spend the rest of the day in there. And then tomorrow we're going to go in. Hayley wants to go to a cafe, so we'll show you that. And then on our way out, we're just going to call past the winery, sort of on the verge of the Hunter Valley, so we'll show you that as well. So we went down to the beach at Newcastle, and unfortunately it was a little bit windy, so I've had to mute all the videos that we've got here. But it was really interesting just to go down there and see the beach and the rock pools. Neither of us had been to Newcastle before, so it was quite a different experience. We went for a little bit of a walk along the pier. And it was quite an interesting walk. There was all signs along the walkway with facts about Newcastle, about the port, and about World War II, and how Newcastle was affected in that. So there was a lot of people out and about. As you can see here, there was a kayaker in the harbour, as well as plenty of ships coming in and out of port, as you'll see coming up in a second here. So, yep, there's one there, quite a large one. I was actually unaware that Newcastle was such a big port, but yeah, it was quite an interesting walk. Lots of joggers do this trek every day, as you can see on the right here. So it would be a lovely jog. And there's another ship, probably the same one, coming out of the harbour. I actually dropped the camera lens down the rocks, but we managed to get that back. But it was a great walk overall. Alright, so just here at the Queen's Wharf Hotel, and we're still watching some ships come in and out. Got ourselves a drink. This is a pretty highly rated pub, so we'll see what it's like. But I mean, whenever there's a beer, it can't be too bad, and a view like that. So yeah. And we were just walking all the way over here, as you would have just seen, to that point over there. Good morning, it's Tuesday the 13th of Feb, and we've just been to Outdo Espresso, which is one of the cafes Hayley wanted to check out, because she's seen it on her TikTok and Instagram as a cafe around Newcastle. And you also wear the activewear, don't you?
Oh, so it's owned by Brittany Lee Saunders, and I wear her stuff from Fate. I thought we could go to the shop while we're here, but it is closed because I think they're moving in to next to the cafe.
Yeah, and we actually saw her there this morning. So we were walking back to the car, and we were like, oh, we didn't vlog it. And we could have like interviewed her, and she could have been in our vlog, because like that's how she started, was on YouTube. And like we were like, oh, that would have been good, and like put it in the link. But we'll put the link to the cafe in the description anyway. But yeah, that's what it looks like there. And then she's gonna show the cookie.
Oh yeah.
Go.
This is the Nutella cookie that we got for later, for a little road snack.
That was about $6.30.
This is my leftover breakfast, but I got a mac and cheese toasty. It was pretty good.
And we got a couple of coffees, just nothing special, just some iced vanilla lattes. Total was about, I had a ham and cheese croissant. I think the total came to about $43 or something. So, you know, a little bit pricey, but like it was really good. And the coffees are nice, and the croissant was nice, and I'm sure the cookie's going to be good too. Just up here at Fort Scratchley, and typical that it is closed on a Tuesday. But look, you know, still got a good view, so we're making the most of it. And we got the public sort of ocean rock pool down here. Looks cool, might go check that out. Excuse the wind, but that's the lookout we are at. I'm not going to try and pronounce that, but it sounds something Polish. Yeah, this is a nice little walk. I'm not sure how far down this path will go, but I mean, we got a view of the water, and we got a view of the city. Like, it's pretty good, eh? So that bridge that we were just on was established in April 2015, and it was the 100-year anniversary of, I think, the Gallipoli, the landing in Gallipoli. So, yeah. So we're about to leave Newcastle now. We're going to head to a winery that's just off the Pacific motorway, and then we'll get back on the motorway and head to Goulburn. Alright, so we've just sort of arrived to the outer suburbs of Sydney. A few dickhead truck drivers on the road. And when we left Newcastle, we went to a winery just off of the highway, and it was a different experience. It was just like the guy, he was just working and was just like, yeah, just come have a look, and showed us around his well, it wasn't even a vineyard, it was just his shed where he brewed wine basically. But it was alright. We bought a bottle of wine, and yeah. So we've got about 50 odd kilometres till we get to the other side of Sydney apparently, and then yeah, on to Goulburn. Alright, we've just stopped off at a rest stop about 130 odd K out of Goulburn, having some roast chicken. Good little spot. It's just the other side of Campbelltown. There's the beast. Some salads from Coles and some pickles, French onion dip.
What just happened?
Big hailstorm. I'm going for a whirly. Good morning, here we are. Rocky Hill War Memorial in Goulburn. We got here yesterday about 4 o'clock. This memorial is dedicated to those who served in the First World War. So, you know, if you're on a bit of a budget and you're looking for something to do in small towns, like I said, you don't want to spend too much money. I think a view is always like a really good way to spend the time. I mean, obviously this view is nothing like yesterday when we were in Newcastle and whatnot, but look, it's still pretty good and doesn't take much to impress me. So this is the city over here, well, the town I should say. At the Empire Hotel on the main street. We were gonna, you know, do the bit of a novelty thing and have dinner there, but they didn't have a bistro, so we only found that out after we got back from pub down the road. So we just saw that there was Zambros down the street and went there and grabbed that. But we weren't very good vloggers yesterday. We forgot to vlog the room, we forgot to vlog breakfast, we forgot to vlog the main street, but you know, these things happen. So if you can see that street just there, that's where I ran up this morning, and then about where these power lines are, there's like a path that comes all the way up to the top here. I ran up that, along this road here, and then back to the hotel. I did that this morning, 112 metre elevation, and I did it in just under half an hour. It was 5k, but you know, it's going a lot of uphill, so you know, pretty content with that time. This bridge down here looks a little bit like Harry Potter. But, what do you reckon? Nice little rock formation here. No, but overall, I think it's a pretty good view. I've just had to mute this one again because of the wind. We have got a new mic now, which does stop the wind. But if you are looking for something to do in Goulburn, this is the Rocky War Memorial, which is just at the top of the hill where we were. It's free to go to. You can climb up. I'm not aware if that costs money. But there also is a museum that probably does cost money that you can go see as well.
Okay, so we are at the Big Burrito. It's literally just on the side of the road here. There's a Servo, Bunnings, another Servo, Subway, another Servo.
We're going to go to the bakery after this.
Here's the Big Marina. We're going to go to the bakery across the road for breakfast, and then hit the road on our way to Beechworth.
The Trappers Bakery and Motel. Alright, I've gone for the steak and mushroom pie. Hayley's gone for just a plain sausage roll. And we've also got peanut butter slice. You can see that one in there. Yeah. And the Big Merino's just over there. Continuing our theme of large shit, just stumbled across the Australia's largest,
the world's biggest rolling pin.
The world's biggest rolling pin in Wodonga. All the sweets inside the world's largest rolling pin. Custard tarts, donuts. Just thought I had a blowout, but turns out I had a complete blowout and I am thongless. Just come to the Hotel Nicholas Social Club, and like so much memorabilia in here. And they got this Liverpool thing over on the wall here, signed by Steven Gerrard. Got a boot, which is pretty cool. Heaps of AFL memorabilia and merch. So, no, this is a really cool pub. So this is literally just up the road from my hotel. We've just come here because we can't check in yet. Looks like they brew their own beer, which is cool. So we're just walking the main street of Beechworth, and it's like stepping back in time in this little city, or town, sorry, I should say. All the buildings are really, really old. I think it was established in 1838. There's another pub over here. We've booked in at the pub down the road from our accommodation. The lady at the bar said it was really good, and why wouldn't she, you know, but yeah. So we got the commercial hotel over here. We're gonna go to Bilson's, and then we're gonna go to a few of the pubs in the town, aren't we?
Yep.
And we're just doing mainies at the moment, seeing what we can find.
I want to break you up.
We're at Bilson's. Hayley's excited. Established in 1865. Open from noon till 5 every day. So what do we got here?
Berry jelly.
Berry jelly. Alright, tell us here what you reckon. Ooh. Interesting. Started at the gins and we're just working our way along. This one was nice. And then they've got the vodkas, lots of different flavours in vodkas. So they're just a can, and you just top up your glass, and then you just take a sip. What's this one?
I think you're going to like this one. Great first. It literally tastes like Hubba Bubba.
No, I don't like that one.
Alright, we're up to the cake flavour, the last one.
Haven't seen this one before. What do you reckon of the cake?
I'm not sure. It tastes like cream soda. I like these ones.
Dad would like them ones?
Dad would like these ones.
Yeah, that apple. We just tried that one. That was really nice. Apple and lime. We just tried ginger beer. That was good. Japanese. Orange.
Thank you. I think my least favorite. But
Yeah.
it's good.
The apple one is really
nice.
nice. Yeah. Just working our way down to the beers. So we just tried all of the vodkas, and now we're onto the liqueurs.
That's really nice.
It's nice. Just tried all these ones. Very potent, but I mean, if you're into your spirits, they're good. Got the liqueurs here.
Alright,
So got the choc mint liqueur. Hayley said it was good. Oh, that is good. Yeah, that's a lot. Hayley loading up. You're wearing the appropriate dress for this occasion, to be honest. We're getting the 24 pack. This one's double strength, so it's a smaller can.
in the musk.
Just been to Bilson's and we got a 24 pack. That was 130 bucks, wasn't it?
Yeah.
130.
But you have to pick and
Mix and match.
anything, the gins, the beers, the double double shot ones.
Yeah.
So we did a big mix of everything.
Now we've got a 700-metre walk back to our hotel. We're pub crawling back. But I thought like it was pretty good because like if we stayed there, bought like a tasting paddle or something, and the tasting was free. Like so we bought stuff. Yeah. So we bought stuff, but like if we walked out, I don't think they were gonna like charge us for the tasting.
No.
But then like we were saying like if we bought like a tasting paddle and then like stayed for like a couple of drinks that we liked off the tasting paddle, that would have still cost us like $100 and we would have left empty-handed. Whereas like we got to try the whole range and then pick the ones we wanted for $130 and we got 24 drinks.
A few that we didn't try though, like the Leamington.
Yeah, that weren't on display.
I wanted to get the advent calendar, but we didn't do the advent calendar because we were coming here. So we kind of got to DIY our own advent calendar.
Yeah.
So I guess you could do that if you came closer to Christmas.
Yeah. And it works out for like $5.50 a can, which, you know, like when you go to the pub, you buy these at like $12.50.
Good morning. Happy, what day? Thursday?
Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is. We woke up this morning and tried to go for a run to the
lunatic asylum, and it was too far, but now we're here. Have a look. Got the toy shop over here, and this old creepy building, and there's all like rooms over here. It's like, I don't know if you think like it's just, if you didn't know it was a lunatic asylum it would still be scary, but the fact that it's like a lunatic asylum just adds to it. Beechworth Automotive. These buildings are so creepy.
Yeah.
And then there's this old shed over here.
We're coming up on the creepiest part yet.
Like, it looks like it was like a prop, but it's definitely not a prop. Like you can tell that it's real. Like look at that. Look at that.
That is
the buildings
creepy.
In the background. Like what the hell? And then this old house. Like you can't pay me to live in that house.
I think you can stay here like as holidays. And this is the main building up here.
Store. So you can do escape rooms
and ghost tours. We were gonna run here this morning, but it was still like dark. Oh my god, there was a dead rat on the road. That just adds to it, doesn't it? Oh my god, and then some more like creepy buildings. Oh my god. That one's pretty creepy too.
And that is that. That's the lunatic asylum in Beechworth.
On our run this morning, we ran past this house here, which is the gatehouse, and
that's where there was a ghost
in that front door.
Like, the light was on, there was like a figure moving, and this gate just gives off creepy. This fence, like, oh my god.
And it's called Mayday
Hills.
Because it used to be called, back in the day, it was the Mayday Hills Lunatic Asylum, hence that's why we've used that language today.
Alrighty, so I've dropped Hayley off in Melbourne for Taylor Swift, and I'm currently in Ararat. I'm not exactly sure how much kilometres I've got left, probably just under 500, something like that. Probably 5.5 hours left of driving. Ararat now, Horsham next. Probably won't stop at Horsham, but yeah, the road trip's coming to an end. Quick update, just in Keith, about 3 hours out of Adelaide. Just had a beer at this pub here. Forgot to vlog it. We'll get better at this, but should be in Adelaide by about 11:30. Let's go.